Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to more Doki Literature Club. And, yeah. Stuff has been proceeding as per normal. So let's make another poem for the next day. Don't quite remember what was happening, but... No. So let's pick some stuff that I like. Maybe. Memories, I like memories. Memories... warm and calm with, I don't know, essence, charm, and anime. I made you proud. It's been a while since I've recorded the last couple episodes, so I'm a little bit out of hoots. I'm a bit out of the loop, there we go, with the current shenanigans that's going on. Pate and Kawaii and Bunny. I like bunnies. Or do I? I don't mind bunnies. They're pretty cool. Color, sunny. Childhood. The words being associated with Sayori, yeah, that's her name, are kind of interesting. Fireflies, clouds, puppy. She likes animals and general goofy things. Prayer. Ooh, prayer. That's an interesting one that associates with her. Didn't think that she was much the religious type, but I don't know. Strawberry. Kitty. There we go. Something more appealing to the cuter ones. Hey look, it's Monica already. Oh man, I'm the last one here again! Aha, we raced you here. Made it. Exactly on time. Exactly on time. Don't worry, I just walked into... Aw, dagnabbit! Were you practicing piano again? Oh yeah, Monica plays piano, I think. Maybe. Was that mentioned before? I don't remember. You must have a lot of determination. Piano is actually kind of annoying to learn. I used to play back when I was young, but... I haven't played in a long time. Anyways. She started this club and also picking up piano, which is ambitious, let's just say. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. You could say that. You could definitely say that. Also, nice job highlighting piano with all of the piano in the background. Anyways, remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. Natsuki's mind has changed so much about that. Seriously, it's changed so much. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Oh, so you didn't change your mind, you just have other things that you like more than our performance. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? I don't think I've ever had that. I know I've had seafood before, and seafood's generally pretty good. But, yeah, that is pretty specific. Oh, come on, are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Yeah, I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. That's not how you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Quite probable. I don't get the joke at all. So, please explain the joke to me in the comments, or it'll explain it right now. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. She appears oblivious. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? It just feels like you're a little off. Well, her being alone in a corner rather than interacting with... it's fine. Everyone has an off day. Don't worry about it. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? Sayori shows me a big smile. It's not forced at all. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori, but before turning back toward everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monika if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Like maybe she's depressed. Who knows? Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approach Monika, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. Moonin, what's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monika peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Moonin. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about the things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? I feel like that might go a little bit poorly, and this might go on a little bit of a sidetrack. Just worrying too much might actually make her worse off, because Sayori worries a lot about other people and worries a lot, so that in turn can create a feedback loop of her worrying about us and because we're worrying about her, and that makes her worried about things. Yeah, I know I sound a little bit crazy, but I'm pretty sure it makes sense. Anyways, she seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Of course. Of course. I kind of thought about it in the back of my head, but yeah, person of interest? What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Moonin. Me? Who? Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know? Eh? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. What? No way. No, it couldn't possibly be that. It couldn't possibly. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it has always been. You're so funny, Moonin. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Eyebrow wiggling? Maybe? Question mark? A little bit of timid dancing? I don't know. I'm just imagining timid dancing from Monika, and I don't even know what that really looks like. I don't know. I'm confused. I said too much. Probably. Now you've clued it in. Now you've actually told my character that this is totally what's happening, and as I fully expect that this is going to go sideways pretty quickly. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? A whole lot. Like you know what a quarter note is, right? Probably. I sound really stupid. Anyways, I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. Absolutely, I will do that right away. Let me get the Xerox machine. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I won't, because that's how it will. Yep, because that's how it goes. You can't, especially for this character, you can't just forget about this sort of thing. That someone else sees you as more than just you. I don't know, maybe I'm projecting? Maybe. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet I can't hear her from here. Good! You shouldn't be eavesdropping on this. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. So therefore, you should actually push it outside of your mind and go talk to Natsuki or Yuri or anyone else. Take your mind off of this. Because right now you can't do anything to affect it, aside from staring worryingly at her with those silly little dog eyes. So just let it go for now, and wait. If she has something to say, she'll talk to you about it. If she doesn't, then nothing will come of it. So therefore, let it alone. Maybe I'm being silly, maybe I'm not, I don't know. Don't talk to me for romantic advice. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Well, apparently a lot. Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, because you are. Not by much, to be fair. But there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Or you could talk to Natsuki, or Yuri, or anyone else. And just, I don't know, have a conversation with someone other than Sayori and Monica. Because it's really Sayori is the only one you've had meaningful conversations with so far. Anyways. Or we've had. I don't know. ... Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Hey, skipping right to it. Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. It was none of your business until they make it your business, okay? Okay. Anyways, we're not going to talk to Sayori first because his current character is actually probably fairly nervous. We're going to talk to Natsuki first because we actually included more stuff that Natsuki got excited about on the poem construction screen, so I'm curious to see how that works out. ... This one's alright. Alright? Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's, anyway. I see what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. Well, we did go more with Sayori. Sayori got the majority of the nods, so I can see why. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad you're trying a little bit. Well, of course I'm at least trying. I wouldn't have anything on this piece of paper if I wasn't trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. Gross, disgusting. It's not like I care, it's just that one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. That kind of confuses me, but, you know, really. Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Probably unlikely. Yeah, you're right. He agrees. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. How rude. Oh? Maybe I wouldn't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? Well, Natsuki's sense of humor is odd. That seriously hurts. The elbow to the stomach? Yes. Well, maybe it was funny to her. Probably. I guess that's kind of the point. Exactly! I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki and try not to set her off because I don't want to get elbowed in the stomach again, right? Right, maybe? Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing ever even happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished your wonder over the years, but today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you dream. Let's start again. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way that you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea, and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail, set you free in my windy sail, and remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. This seems like it's written to someone. It seems obvious that it's written to someone with I'll and your a beach for us to go. I'll be the beach. It's really sweet. It is really sweet, and I like it. Is this written to Yuri? It could be written to Yuri. It's almost into that sort of semi-fanciful way. Because it seems like it's drawing some inspiration from the style that Yuri has, where it's using a direct allegory. I'd ship it. That's about all. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. It is. I enjoy going to the beach when I get the chance. Not very often. Not often at all, but it's nice to go. Kinda hard to write anything negative about the beach. Except for sand. Sand gets everywhere. It's coarse and rough and irritating. And you know what? Sand, worst part about the beach. Until you go and cuddle your bare feet in it, and then you just kind of forget about how annoying it is. God, I wanted to go to the beach now. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with a message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. Was there a big fight yesterday, or not? I can't remember. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have us both write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too. Making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. It's very true. Very true. I'm curious about this other poem, so let's see what Yuri has. ... Ah, decided to try something different today. I guess so. Is that good or bad? Well, neither. I have my preferences, but it would be unfair of me to call something good or bad based on that. As always, I believe what's most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another, because, you know, Yuri's probably one of the best writers in the group on just a technical level, so... Disappointing her would be disappointing. Yes, I know I just said the same thing twice. Shut up! Yeah? Why me? Well, you're always so sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. No. No. No, it isn't. Yeah? For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable of me. Don't you just want to be liked, Yuri? Isn't that a thing? Yuri, it's not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. I just meant that I respect your opinion. Not that I find it very scary or something. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sorts of conclusions. Well, stop? I say that, but it's not that easy, is it? It really isn't. I'm just a little too used to it. Yep. Overthinking? Being disliked. I can see it. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. I didn't want to bring up the fact that I'm probably bullied at school as I have really weird tastes. I'm finding it hard to think that I'm too far off the mark on that one. But we'll see. Let's move on. Alright. Do you want to share your poem now? Okay. Here. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface, under a clean blue sky and expansive bliss, but beneath grey rolling clouds an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations, until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish in the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle, yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary. Beeline, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to earth forevermore. Odd. I'm less in a mood to analyze these poems as much, but I'll have a go at it. It feels like it kind of feels like she's struggling with this topic a little bit more. With a specific one, with the beach. She sees the beach as representative of a large boundary. An expansive bliss. But beneath grey rolling crowds an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. Silly imagination, isn't that right? One can only build the sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the... The second stanza is kind of separate from the first. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? One can only build something great where... One can only build something where opinions... One can only build something of significance where there is potential for opposition and for erosion. The outcome is the same, yet we still build sandcastles. So, kind of an anti-nihilist point there. Hooray, that's pretty good. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, da-da-da. Salty air, breezes gently yet powerful. The ultimate boundary line, that's really a weird thing to say about it. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to earth forevermore. That's a really peculiar one. Especially because it's turn and drift. Because where is she looking? Which way is forward and which way is back? That's an interesting... The ocean is a world of possibility. Possibly. The endless enigma. Abandon my peace. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Turn back and I forsake my constructions, what I've built. Abandon the peace that she has created. Drift forward and I return to Earth forevermore. Either that means death, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. I'm assuming that she's facing the sea. So forward into... Because drift implies... forward. I don't know. It's a bit confusing. Let's see what she has to say about it. I'm aware that the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about. It's not inane. It's not inane. You can write about a fucking piece of chalk, and as long as you make it someone interesting and something suppository about it, god damn it, you can make a piece of chalk interesting. It's not inane. And the beach is home to so many cool experiences and such that it's a space. I don't know if there's a precise term for it, but there's a school of criticism, or a school of literature, which was about exploring space. There's some sort of famous thing, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's about exploring... It's about exploring a city, walking through a city. I can't remember what exactly it's about, but I'll put it in the description and expound on it a little bit further. But the exploration of a space and what it means to inhabit that space is very interesting. And depending on the perspective from how you write about that space, like, for instance, if I wrote about me and my room and express that in a poem, that would be different for me as opposed to someone else who wrote about the feeling that they get when they're sitting in my room. It would seem different to them. That's kind of what I'm getting at, is the idea of exploring spaces. And the beach itself is an interesting space, both because of its nature as a boundary, as Yuri has detailed, and just as a vacation spot as well. Because it's a place that people go to enjoy their life, enjoy their time, and squish their feet into the sand. Run into the ocean, swim out there, with maybe a little bit of worry, but not much. I don't know. I find it interesting. Anyways, but I did my best to take a metaphorical approach to it. I feel like it fell a little bit flat. I feel like you pushed too hard on the metaphor and not enough on actually exploring the beach. Because the beach almost felt irrelevant. You could do so many different things with the beach, but I don't think you pushed enough with it. It wasn't enough about the beach. It didn't feel like it was about the beach. It felt like it was using the beach as an exploration of something else, which isn't really what I would have liked to see. But at the same time, what I did read was interesting, but it's not really different from the stuff that she normally writes. And I understand that she has her preferences on what she writes, but I feel like maybe exploring some different topics and trying to invest a bit into different ideas could actually be very interesting. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did. She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose to better compare the differences in our writing styles or thought processes. Anyway, it was her idea. I'm pretty sure that Natsuki said that it was Yuri's idea, but I'm not going to bring that up. Knowing her, it's no surprise that she'd want to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. No, not at all. It's not like you really like each other or anything like that. It's not like your name's Yuri as if it's hinting at that. I feel like that might have been a bit too much, but I don't know. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something simple on occasion. Simplicity is good, in some senses. It's good to write about simple things sometimes, and I like it. Sometimes I like simple things just because it's easier for me to read. And at the same time, you can make it complex if you want. Whereas with something complex, there is nothing to do with that. It has to be complex. And that's not a bad thing. But it isn't a bad thing. I just find it... If you're always looking to do something incredibly complex, sometimes you forget the elegance of simple things. But maybe that's just me talking out of my ass about it. It can be refreshing, you know? Exactly. It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. That was really short on Yuri's part, actually. Yeah. Anyways, Monica. We're talking to Sayori last. Hi, Moonin. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well... being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people? Oh no, that's completely different. I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Hint, hint. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. ... It's kind of funny. How so? No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. It's not like I've been gaming the system a little bit. I've started gaming the system rather than just picking what I like. Mostly because what I like has become kind of a weird thing at this point. And at this point, I'm kind of going in on the dating sim aspect of this because it's weird like that. And I actually still don't mind that aspect of it. Anyways, I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you? I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me, about how Sayori's been a little bit off today. Yeah? Did she tell you something? Well, Minen, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? No, Maybe? Maybe. Of course not. Of course not. No, how dare I suggest mating? Maybe. I don't know. I've been treating her like I always do. I'm sure you have. Alright, just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Are you hinting about something? Are you hinting about something? I feel like you're hinting about something. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? You're... Rope, noose, tying. Ah! Wait, that was... Please don't take that out of context. Maybe. Anyways, well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyways, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. We're going to read Monica's poem and nothing more. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth, the lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victims of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow, I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Sigh. I don't like this philosophy. I don't like this sort of philosophy where, yes, there is no inherent meaning, there is no inherent purpose to our lives. That's why we make it up. That's why we make it up. That's why we do shit. That's why I make these videos, in a sense. Because I chose this as a purpose. I chose this as a purpose that I wanted to fulfill. Of course, you can also debate about whether or not I chose it and whether or not it's just a consequence of everything else. But at the same time, this is a purpose that I've chosen, quote-unquote, in heavy scare quotes, to follow. This is a purpose that I've chosen to do. When I sat down in front of here and started recording this episode, that was a purpose that I wanted to do. And I find some meaning in it. Yes, I made it up. Yes, inherently it's all up here. It's all up in your head. But that doesn't matter, I'd argue. It doesn't matter that it's all in your head. It still means something by the very fact that we deem it meaning. There is nothing inherent about it. It's simply that we made it that way. And it's really sad to think that if you think that there's no meaning and no purpose, then there is a meaning, the one that you make. And that should not be forgotten. The Literature Club seems to be dealing with a lot of nihilistic ideas. The idea that there is no meaning, there is no purpose, there is no reason why we're here, and we're all gonna die in the end, so what's the point? Well, the point is that you existed. The point is that you're here. And this is all we'll ever have. This is all that I know I'll ever have. I don't know what happens after I'm dead and gone. All I know is what I know. And what I know is that I wanted to do this, and so I did. getting a bit heavy, so let's move on. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. The seeking of questions and the answers to questions. And is that your conclusion? That there is no meaning and no purpose? That even when you know everything, you don't have anything? I see. I never really put much thought into it. I did, so there's that. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? That's debatable. Because is there not meaning in the answers themselves? In knowing the truth about this world? Is there not meaning in the truth? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Because, quite honestly, we dwell a lot more on things that are sad, and we want to explore things that are sad. We spend a lot more time and energy thinking about sad things in our life, about things that make us angry, things that make us sad, things that make us upset, than we do about things that make us happy. And that's simply how the human mind works. Ideas that are angry spread much further and stick around much longer. There's actually a CGP Crave video about this, but I might put that in the description as well. But humans are, in a way, built to focus more. Humans focus more on the negative because, possibly, I'm just speculating here, because evolution demands that we focus more on the negative. Because if you don't look at the problems, if you don't look at the errors, how are you going to fix them? And how are you going to avoid them in the future? And how are you going to survive? Something that makes you happy, yeah, it makes you happy, but you're not going to think very much about it. You're not going to posit on why it makes you happy as much. Instead, you're going to posit on why this thing makes you sad, or why that bothers you a whole lot more. Because once something makes you happy, that's seemingly a goal, that's an end in and of itself. Making yourself happy is an end in and of itself, I'd argue. Meanwhile, sadness is not something that we see as an end in and of itself. We see it as an error, we see it as a mistake, as something problematic that we have to solve. Or that we have to avoid. And so therefore we're going to spend more time thinking about what makes us sad, what makes us angry, what makes us upset, rather than about what makes us happy. And possibly that's a mistake. But enough of me spouting philosophical nonsense. Are you surprised? I'm not. I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? We'd have stuff to write about, but there wouldn't be as much of an impetus to write about it. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much time into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? Isn't this a little too meta for this? Monica, are you the meta one? Are you? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Anyways, now we go to Sayori. ... This is your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Moonin. Thanks. Sorry, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. Do you want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, alright. Hey, Moonin. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait. Of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me. And I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the exciting thing in my life. Oh god. That's sad. That's almost sad in a way. Oh no. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Oh boy. Sorry? No. Moonin, I don't deserve this. Oh god. She's going... Oh my gosh. Stop. Stop. You're too nice to me. Nope. No. Stop this. You've got your hooks. Stop. 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 Why are you doing this? Nope. Stop pulling on my heartstrings. Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else instead, you wouldn't like me. Is that what you want to say? This would be so much easier. What? Sorry. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. Sorry. I've probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself and puts on a smile. It's nothing, Moonin. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Listen. If you don't rain sometimes, then you turn into a great dark cloud that covers the sky, and then your sun is blotted out. So, let it rain. Please. Just smiles from everyone, okay? Yeah, you're making a mistake, Sayori. I feel like you're making a mistake. That's all that matters. No, nope. I see where this is going. And it's not a good place. It's not a good place. Do not try this. People at home, do not try this. Do not try to keep on putting off that which makes you sad, that which hurts you, in the name of making everyone else happy. Yes, it's not to say that you shouldn't try to make others happy, but don't forget to take care of yourself. Do not forget that. Sayori is forgetting that. And it's going to bite her. It's going to. And mark my words. Go play with everyone else. this is confusing on... This is still confusing on 2 levels, because she wants... It's also possible that she's noticing something in the main character, is that he's all too focused on her. And that's also problematic. Because so far he hasn't had very many giant interactions with any of the other characters, Natsuki or Yuri. And perhaps that's part of her worry, that he's basically going to maintain a severely limited friend circle and not bother interacting with everyone else, because it doesn't matter. I have Sayori. That's all that matters. And that's a mistake too. And that's problematic as well. And I don't know. Gets complicated quick. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sorry. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Before I can say anything else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. Okay, you 3. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Eh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, it seems you're right. Sigh. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to, anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show some decency. Oh, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I don't want to force it. Oh? That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people? Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out how the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all of the poetry pamphlets. Saria will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Could be disputed, but I won't bring that up here. Now Natsuki's pouting too. Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? About that. I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Moonin, the one who is truly useless. Aha, don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way if you can give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. That's... Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monika's gonna give me a choice. You shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Muna may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Muna to... Well, what are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think, guys? Let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Moonin to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said, I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying, though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Moonin, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case... Everyone looks straight at me. But of course, I'm going to go with... No, I'm not going to pick Saori. She needs some time alone. I don't really want to pick Monika either, because chances are that Saori's going to drop by. And I don't know if that's a great idea. At the same time, I haven't spent pretty much any time, and I only really know her as the meta person. Yuri's interesting. I'm kind of interested in seeing Natsuki outside of the literature club, though. Because she sounds like a somewhat interesting person. I don't know. Monika. Well, I guess I should probably be helping Monika. Yay, you picked me! Hold on one second. Yeah. Monika, you're the one who needs the least help out of all of us. But I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already most suitable for one person, but you already have Sayori as well. But Munin was the one who... that doesn't matter. You were the one who scared him into picking you in the first place. Oh, God. You're the club president, Monika. You're supposed to make responsible decisions for the club. Monika, you shouldn't let any ulterior motives interfere with this decision. Ulterior motives? Oh, no. What are you saying, Yuri? In fact, it sounds like you guys are the ones with ulterior motives. Excuse me! Otherwise, this wouldn't have been made into such a big deal in the first place. That's completely false, Monika. Yeah! We have a lot of work to do, you know? We won't do as good of a job if you make us work alone. Maybe that's true. Think of the club, Monika. If we want our event to succeed, then we need to appropriately distribute our resources. So are you going to do the right thing, President? Okay. Oh my. I get it, sigh. It's technically most logical for Moon to help one of you two, so I guess that's what we'll do. Dag nabbit! So, I don't actually know who I want out of Natsuki and Yuri. I'm not going to pick Sayori for reasons aforementioned, so I'm going to roll this dice that I have. Evens will be Natsuki, odds will be Yuri. Well, that's Yuri on a 15. Well, it'll probably be most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you... Natsuki, I can already tell you're about to say something mean. No. Not at all. I was just gonna say that Yuri is a... Never mind. I was just saying... So you'll be helping Yuri then, Moonin? Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sorts of things, so I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the baking yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour because she didn't win the popularity contest of the dice roll. So is that everything we needed to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited might not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Do you feel the same way, Moonin? Me? Well, I guess I you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No. That's not what I mean at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Moonin picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I get it. I'm kinda surprised, though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. You're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Yuri's words. When she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be pretty far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kinda appreciated it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. But I'm going to say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Ah, I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. Eh? I turn around. Sorry, I realize that I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay, then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Eh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I would prefer going to your house. Alright. In that case, it won't be a problem. I decide not to press Yuri for a reason. It's probably important. It's not like it should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I'm not saying that it isn't clean most of the time, but it's totally clean. I swear. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. Don't underestimate yourself, Moonin. I do like the wind instruments that are going on right now. It's pretty nice. I think that will make a very productive team, even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. I chose you because of a die roll. It's very important. Wait, you don't actually think that, do you? ... I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. I had a die roll. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. Because the die roll said so. But... Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Geez, if only they actually had an option for a die roll. But that would probably require a whole lot more writing to explain. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize. I'm telling you, I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. After that exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. I can't believe this. Yuri is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Oh my god! My anxiety shoots through the roof. Oh god! Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me she was looking forward to it. That means that she's looking forward to it, which means that I should be even more anxious and have to prepare even more! Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? God, is that the only thing you think of, main character? Is that the only thing? Seriously, I just picked it because of a die roll. You're putting too much stock into this. Or is it too early for that? Yes, because it's a die roll. Only time will tell, but until then I won't be able to take my mind off of it because you're crazy, other me. I seriously can't wait. Alright. So, that's all for today. Because it's already Sunday, apparently. And I've got to save this and get going. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you enjoyed reading about some of the stuff. And I encourage you to go into the description and take a read at some of the stuff I left there. It's actually pretty interesting stuff. Until then, see you later, and bye-bye.